Hi, my name is Angel Cox, and I will be doing um, the solution-focused brief therapy or narrative video, and I'm basically going to be speaking about the similarities, the differences, and then what are some things that allow it to be congruent with our Christian faith, and what may be an incongruence or some type of limitation that may come up. So the similarities that I found within the narrative and the solution focused theory is that reality is relative and stands on ground that reality is relative. Truth is influenced by everything around them. So basically, like, they give power to the reality of what the client is experiencing rather than trying to change the perception of what the client feels as though is going on around them. And it also says that therapist wants to know more and explore an alternative reality. So the therapist is intrigued. The therapist is actively listening and asking the client what is going on around them and what may be causing the reality to be the way it is. And then challenging them to think about what an alternative reality that they would want to have would be and what would look like. And they want to know what the client wants to know. They want to know more about the client. The difference between the two, so solution focused therapy focuses more on discovering solutions to problems by asking miracle and scaling questions. Another difference is the change thoughts and behaviors plus miracle focus. And then counselor leads the section. And so with narrative therapy, the client leads the session. So that's completely different than solution based. And solution based is complaint focused. So the client comes in expressing a complaint, and then the counselor basically delves into that and focuses on that complaint. And by the end of the session, they're able to, come to terms with what the complaint was and then find a solution for it. So the weakness for solution-based therapy is the client leads the client leads the session. So basically, if the client decides to back down and they don't want to continue with the session, the client has the right to do so, and the counselor can't push back on that. And so the counselor basically just has to go with it. The strength for the solution-based therapy is the treatment is quicker. So it's found through research that the client gets to their end goal a lot faster with solution-based than narrative. And also another strength is the autonomy that the client has within that session, the independence and the quote-unquote power that they get from being able to kind of just lead their treatment lead their treatment. The narrative based theory, the strength is the client's able to use their voice and find their voice. And the weakness is little research for effectiveness. I think that can also be a limitation as well, because if there's not a lot of research, there's not a lot of findings that they found of whether or not it works or whether or not it does work. There's not a lot of information on how to go forth with how to apply it in the session as well. How this relates to our Christianity, I think the lack of solution-based theory is miracle focused. So I think because I remember, like, Christ does want us to believe in miracles. He wants us to increase our faith to believe that he could work a miracle at any time. But if our miracles are perceived to come from man, I think that could be a incongruence and that could be an issue with our Christianity. But if we do focus on God giving us those miracles, then I think that could be a strength within our relationship with God. So those are the findings that I found from the video.